eye is just to use the nature of the eye as a portal of awareness, so it becomes expanded awareness when you mount a lot of eyes together in a Jungian sense, I guess.
In that you've, in a sense, been studying death and painting about death almost all your life that we've seen here in this presentation. What do you think death is? I mean, what do you think the experience of death is?
Well, I think it's getting back to basics, and dropping the body. And so you had your shot, it was your
Do you believe in reincarnation?
Your spin. Oh, absolutely, yeah. No, there was a painter named Jean Delville, who was a Belgian symbolist painter, and Andrew Gonzalez, who's here tonight, I think, is a great fan of Delville as well. Perhaps we both feel similar about this, but when I started looking at his works, I started getting a really weird vibe that I had painted them. Like that feels so familiar that, I remember painting that. And so after a few of those senses of real uncanniness in relation to his work, I found out that he had written this thing called The Mission of Art, the new mission of art. And so I found it, I just wanted to republish it and say, this guy is really important. But then I started reading him, and all of his references were they were definitely not contemporary reference points, and it didn't make sense and stuff. And so then I came across a passage where he said that he believed that an artist could reincarnate to accomplish a goal that had not been accomplished and been finished. And so I thought, interesting. And so I rewrote The Mission of Art as a new kind of, but inspired by Delville.
Yes.
And he was one of the first theosophist artists, and one of the great family of visionaries, that are underseen and underknown.
We'll have to correct that in the coming years.
I think that would be awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Tantra, okay, well, this is just one of those trippy experiences of the meltdown. Once again, it's looking at the nature of love. It's looking at the nature of polarities. It's looking at the nature of how can a self fuse to another self. And in the act of love, and as we were noting before, conception, this is possible, that being becomes one through this act of unity of the heart. And so this was just a portrayal as frictionless a download as possible from a vision that I had. Transfiguration. This is a peculiar piece because I had a dream that I was painting a piece called Transfiguration, and it had this kind of ball at the bottom, ball at the top, very Ellsworth Kelly,
Yeah.
And then there was a body slap in the center of it that was kind of an axis mundi. Very simple idea, And so I had been thinking a lot. All that year I'd been